back right away. I was scared. But that Brotherhood member showed up and...
Well, speak of the devil.
Mike was just telling us about what happened out there. I can't believe it. All those boys, just... It's a lot to take in.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Hell, well, I see you've got our weapons. You could start by giving them back. I told you, we bought them fair and square.
Tad, enough! We still need to find a way to work with these people. I think we should try and wrap up business between us now. We're going to need to tell those families about what happened. I know it's hard to think about at a time like this, but settling on a deal and having you on your way is probably for the best. Now then, I understand you'll want to take these weapons back with you, but that won't work for us. They cost us too many caps to just let go. Unfortunately, regardless of where they came from before, they're our property now, and they'll need to stay with us.
Well, that's true, but... maybe you're right.
Not maybe. You are right. You need to get these things out of here before anyone else is killed. Only problem is, those weapons put us in the hole, financially speaking. We need to sell off our supplies to recover, and that leaves nothing left to share with the Brotherhood. Well, sure, if you covered the loss, we'd be in a much better position to help out the Brotherhood. But those weapons, they weren't cheap. Okay, but now what? Okay, but now what?
You know there's a whole town of raiders that want us dead, right?
I think we can make that work. It's a deal. So long as the Brotherhood has our back, we can spare extra food and supplies.
Keep in mind, you guys gotta hold up your end of the deal too.
That's right. If we just end up spending more caps on defense again, we'd need to start selling surplus supplies to pay for it. Are you positive that you can commit the Brotherhood's resources to protecting us? That's wonderful news. Please, could you let Paladin Romani know?
Thanks again, Initiate. Looking forward to doing business with y'all.
Thanks again for not killing me. Real glad things worked out. But I'm going to have to really think about how to make things right. I'm not sure that'll ever be possible.
Seems like the Vault Dweller from 76. What is it? We're usually in the build, not break business. But sometimes you gotta demolish an old space, so... maybe. Why? Which vault are you talking about? Huh. Oh, I see. Interesting. Client was obviously paranoid about security. Lasers, turrets, super thick walls. This is about that treasure, isn't it? So it's not bull after all. It's in this vault, and you want us to help you get it. The real opportunity is what that Ghoul can do for Foundation, for the people living here. Demoing a vault isn't just some routine work order, though. Gonna need some serious equipment to pull it off. It could be used to barter for all kinds of things we need. Supplies, better defenses, materials to build and expand. We could get a real foothold here, not just for today, but for the future. If it was just cutting, lifting, a little mortar work, we got that covered. But that's not what you're asking for. We need to find a weak point in this structure and bust through it. That means drilling into reinforced lead-lined concrete and steel. You find us something that can do that, we can handle finding the right spot to hit for you. Yeah, so am I. You don't like reality? Deal with it. Get out there and find us a drill for this crazy plan of yours. Appalachia is your stomping grounds, right? This whole area was mining country. Plenty of drilling companies around for you to look into.
The old world has so much to teach us.
Welcome back, Initiate. I was just discussing the missile launcher matter with Knight Shin here. I imagine you're here to report on your dealings with Foundation. Well then, don't keep us waiting.
You promised what? Protection? What exactly do you think our organization is, Initiate?
Shin, enough. I believe the Initiate made the right call, and I gave them the authority to do so.
Paladin, this is
how it's going to be, Knight. The Brotherhood is more than capable of protecting the people of Foundation. What we lacked were food and supplies, and the Initiate here made an arrangement that solves that problem.
And how many lives do we have to lay down to protect people that aren't our own?
Good, hard-working people are our own, Knight. I will have no more discussion on this.
Very well, Paladin.
Now, as for the other matter... It's troubling that the weapons have spread to this degree, but... there isn't much we can do beyond dealing with situations like this as they arise. But, Initiate, I hope you know you've done well.
Paladin, maybe we should check in with Scribe Valdez. She had mentioned wanting to bring something important to our attention.
That's right. Initiate, please let the Scribe know we're ready for her. Knight Shin and I have a few things to discuss in the meantime.
Take the old?
Hello. Have you talked to the others recently? I've been trying to get a moment with them, but things are still so busy. Seems our time slots never align. Then it's my lucky day. Come with me. Paladin, Knight, you'll want to hear this. I picked up a low-frequency signal in the area. It's weak, but I'm close to narrowing down the coordinates. If we can find and boost the source of that signal, we might be able to use it to get in touch with California.
That's excellent news, Scribe Valdez. Follow up with me as soon as you have the coordinates.
What's this about? I thought I made it clear that our first priority is strengthening our presence in Appalachia.
My apologies, Paladin. The Knight kept talking about Elder Maxon's orders, so I set up a signal tracer to run in the background. It was my own initiative.
This isn't a field trip, Paladin. When we left, Elder Maxon ordered us to restore communications as soon as we arrived in Appalachia. You've delayed that order long enough.
Since our arrival, every last ounce of my effort has gone toward establishing the Brotherhood as an effective force of action in Appalachia. Everything we've done here has been necessary. And before Valdez's report, We had no leads on a long-distance communicator.
We would still have no leads if it were up to you.
Enough, Shin. We have a lead now. Let's focus on that. You said you're close to tracking down the signal, Valdez? Why don't we have our reliable initiate assist you?
Okay. I'll be in my workshop when you're ready.
Ad Victorium, what do you need, initiate?
Each day in service of the Brotherhood.
Certainly. Tell me which one you'd like to discuss. The trade deal you established has been of immense benefit to us. All the time our initiates would have spent gathering supplies, we've been able to direct toward training and reconnaissance.
Arrived in Appalachia not a moment.
If this is what results of putting you in charge of negotiations, we'll have to do so more often. There have been no more threats from Blood Eagles. Even so, the nearby swamp creatures give the villagers trouble from time to time. They don't have much in the way of self-defense. As such, we must strive to expand the Brotherhood's reach across Appalachia, and make it a safe home for settlements such as theirs.
Declined.
George Putnam came by with a basket of homegrown potatoes as a token of his family's appreciation. I was pleased to tell him what a boon Colin has been as an assistant to Scribe Valdez. Your service to the Brotherhood so far is appreciated, Initiate. I'd like to see more of it.
Throwing nukes left and right.
Social conversations with a superior officer are not appropriate, soldier. I won't tell if you won't. I'm originally from the California branch of the Brotherhood of Steel. I was posted near Mariposa before the bombs fell, and I learned that some members of the U.S. military had created an organization to help people. As a member of the U.S. military, joining up with the Brotherhood was a natural transition for me.
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight for so long.
I was in the National Guard.
This is...
Helping those who are less fortunate has always been a passion of mine. Being able to help protect my community was an experience I'll never forget. But now, my mission is to protect you and the other people of Appalachia. High Elder Roger Maxson is our leader back in California, and is the person who sent us on our mission to Appalachia.
For defiance and more time here.
Sure.
Where Appalachia's future will be decided.
My mission in life is to help others and restore the world to what it once was. The Brotherhood of Steel is aligned with those goals. In addition to the preservation of technology, the resources that the Brotherhood can provide will assist me in accomplishing my mission. I will be at the forefront of rebuilding society. Sounds good to me. As the Paladin, I am the commander of this unit, and I'm here to establish a foothold for the Brotherhood of Steel. It is important that we restore society. And the steps that you have already made here in Appalachia are admirable. However, without the power of the Brotherhood, you will be unable to prevail. I am eager to lend that power. If you have any additional questions about your duties, Knight Shin is in charge of new recruits. I'm glad you're inspired by our mission. In order to fully accomplish our goals and establish a foothold here in Appalachia, we need to build up our ranks. If you're interested in recruitment, you can speak with my second, Knight Shin.
And that is what keeps this order together. If you're looking for advice, ask your fellow initiates. If you're not sure what to do, then stay at your post and await orders. There's a lot going on around here right now. We haven't even unpacked, and there are people pressed up against our windows with petitions. I've got enough to deal with without having to babysit new recruits. I'd rather not waste my breath on that topic, so make it quick. And I mentioned I'd rather not talk about it. But, since you're so insistent on being intrusive, Knight Connors defended my hometown from raiders, and subsequently brought me into the fold. I've seen raiders threaten and destroy communities a number of times, not just my own. As such, I believe it is within the Brotherhood's mission to address the threat they pose to humanity. You mean that vile man we dealt with at the storeroom? The next time he tries to wax poetic about Brotherhood tyranny, and how he's trying to protect his family. Any family that threatens others to protect itself is just a criminal mob. And the way that Pierce tries to twist his words around you to justify himself, it's repulsive. Because the Raiders are undignified outlaws who lie, steal, and murder as they see fit, their existence is a direct obstacle to the Brotherhood's mission to save humanity. That's why we can't just get along.
Keep fighting.
Sorry you had to see that. Let's get down to business, shall we? If we can find the source of the signal I detected, we should be able to use it to send a message to Elder Maxon on the west coast. I tracked the signal to an area northwest of Vault 76. You'll need to go and check it out in person. Maybe you'll get lucky. But I suspect the source of the transmission won't be easy to find. Devices that transmit at this frequency are rare. The only ones I know of were built at advanced military facilities. I'm glad you asked. It may not work in its current state, but do you remember what we found in the Atlas substructure? An incredibly powerful compact ultrasite battery cell. With one of those, we could easily boost the transmitter back to its full function. Lucky for us, I've just managed to reverse engineer the cell. Think of this as its final test. Because other transmitters don't reach that far. The one they were using at Fort Defiance is out of commission. Permanently. But low-frequency signals like the one I'm detecting, they travel incredible distances, even passing through mountains and oceans without a hitch. During wartime, they were used to transmit signals to submarines. Pretty cool, right? Oh, have we not explained that to you yet? It should have been part of your initiation. Guess we just haven't had a chance to slow down. Sorry about that. Above the Paladins are the Elders, and leading the Elders is High Elder Maxon. He's the one who founded the Brotherhood, and decided to send us on our mission here.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place, my mission.
It was one of our orders. After setting up in Appalachia, we were to re-establish contact, make a report, and receive our next assignment. It's not that the Paladin has directly disobeyed that order, but she's been more focused on helping Appalachia. Being in that position, as the leader of this whole operation, I can't even imagine how much she has to think about. I'm just trying to support both her and the Knight as much as I can. And hopefully, get them back on the same page. After all you've done for us, I suppose you deserve an answer. Their relationship has been rocky since a certain incident on our journey here. It's kind of a sensitive topic for everyone. I thought they'd be able to work things out over time, but it's only gotten worse. I'm honestly kind of worried. But maybe contact with Elder Maxon will get them back on track. I hope it does. Stay safe out there. We'll be right on your tail.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day. But look what
Is it daytime out there? You can... Nice to meet you and all that. See? Some of us have manners. Megs or diehard, though. Don't expect any peace and cures from them. But it takes all sorts. What don't I do? As all the layabouts and campings do their thing, seems like it's up to me to fix everything. Not that I'm complaining, but
That doesn't surprise me.
it gets old sometimes, you know?
The responders. The Brotherhood of
It's a
Steel.
tough world out there, and you need someone tough to see you through it.
All about the Brotherhood.
Meg's alright, I guess.
Think if anyone
I was with Lev's crew before we joined her. Meg gets all the credit. But the whole place would fall apart if not for Lev, Lou, and certain others.
Still here.
Just some old gang around these parts. I hear they were lost to the Scorched Plague. Only the fans who followed Meg made it out alive. She had the sense to leave before the worst of it. So she gets a lot of respect from her people. Sure. Whatever you say.
Looks like your little inoculation worked like a charm. We've established your usefulness, but don't mistake our gratitude for hospitality. Yet here you are. What tells me you're not here just to waste my time. You want something, else you wouldn't be barging in here like you run the place. Out with it. Now you gotta be smart. No, I ain't gonna promise you anything. It's just where we're at, 7-6. So if you want something from me, you better get to talking. Well, if that don't pique my interest, please, go on. What exactly, pray tell, is inside this Vault 79? You playing with me, fool? You better out with it before you try my patience. What's in the vault? This is a fascinating turn of events, ain't it? The things I could buy with that gold. You know, I heard rumors about it round here. Of course, the last sucker who tried to use the location of the trove as a bargaining chip is still dangling from a wire outside as we speak. Liars get wires, you dig? So let's pretend for a moment I don't believe you. What you got to convince me? You ain't wrong. Getting into one of them vaults sure would set us up for a while.
We're thinking of hiding out near the train tracks by a foundation. See if we can't shake down a few people and find some good stuff.
Shit. You know I could just kill you and take this, right? You got a lot to learn before you can roll with us, 7-6.
Oh, come on. We need a fourth. What else is your lazy ass gonna do around here anyway?
Liv, that's what. Who knows what scorch beasts or wendigos or other bullshit creatures you'll run into on your way down there. Count me out.
Ooh, I like the cut of your jib. Maybe there is hope for you. Toss it up on the board and let's see what you got here. You want something? You take it. It's the only way to live. All right. Seems pretty legit. I assume you're coming to me because we got the skills to get into this here vault. But you know, we ain't gonna do this out of the goodness of our hearts, baby doll. Oh, no. I'm gonna expect a significant cut of the goods inside. So we're gonna have ourselves an agreement here, see? I supply the people power. You supply the location. We all get inside, we nab the goods. You get a nice fair little cut, and we all make out like bandits, you dig? I don't know, 50% of whatever we take in? Now remember who's gonna do all the heavy lifting in there. If the treasure's half as good as you say, it should be more than enough to set you up for life. And if you impress me enough, maybe you get to roll with us. That is, long as you're cool with people calling you a raider. The Scorch better watch Yeah? Well, I'd like my mama back from the dead in a world that ain't burned up like a post-nuclear turkey dinner. We don't always get what we want. Look, I know it ain't what you want to hear, but maybe you get a little bonus if you prove you're worth it, alright? So, first things first. We gotta have a plan to crack that big-ass vault door wide open, right? Easy peasy, light and breezy. That's a job for Lucky Lou, our demo expert. If he can't explode it, then it ain't from this earth. Now, Lou can be a real shut-in, on account of his, skin condition. But I trust him more than just about anybody. Why don't you go see him in his room down below? Introduce yourself. Fill him in on the plan, and do whatever prep work he needs you to do, you dig? Aside from the fact Lou ain't exactly what I call a people person, he looks like one of them ghouls you see shambling around out there. Only he still maintains all the other stuff that makes us human. Don't worry, he ain't gonna bite. But some of the others don't much appreciate his appearance, so he keeps to himself. Works out, since he's a bit of a hermit anyway. At least when it comes to dying. Lou's got a knack for cheating death. He was up in Pittsburgh, 70 years old when shit went down. They say a real honest-to-goodness A-bomb fell straight in his living room. Thing didn't go off. A dud. When the radiation came flowing down the rivers into the city, most died or went feral. But Lou, he survived. Changed, but with his mind intact. You get the picture. Right on, 7-6. Do your thing. Just try to keep this on the down low, alright? Not want the entire camp knowing what's going on yet. Only tell who I say to tell, you dig?
So what did my screw-up brother Creed do now? Yeah, we've got each other's back. Of course I'm pulling his fat out of the fire most of the time.
You got a vaccine.
He tries, but
I hear Lou's
I'm not so sure he's tough enough to survive here on his own. I came with Creed. We heard you could make your own fortune here, and they didn't care where you came from.
If this fancy vaccine of yours is bullshit, you're dead.
Yeah, they'll gut you like a fish and, strip your corpse for caps, but I don't know, at least they're upfront about it. Those Foundation settlers will gossip and lie about you behind your back. Before you know it, you'll have no friends. Here, if I prove myself, they won't judge me. Not if I see you first.
You're the new gal, aren't you? I seen you talking with Meg and poking around. What brings you to me? Oh. Heh. That was funny, yeah. But really, what can I do for you? Lou, huh? I didn't know he was gone. Maybe he was just tired of being cooped up in that hole of his and went for some fresh air? Back again? Well, yes, I do. There's a lookout camp over yonder, on the other side of the valley, where he likes to go and, clear his head. You'll likely find him there.
I'm gonna tear them to pieces and they can't do nothing about it.
That drink didn't make you invincible, you idiot. They can still kill you, you know.
The hell?
Just the location. I'll mark it on your map.
Crap for nothing.
Godspeed, ma'am.
I'm saying you're an idiot, idiot.
Hello? I was not expecting anyone. I am Weasel. I am here to find a friend, Lou. can't speak. The man, Fisher, made this collar to let me speak words. It is not perfect, but it works. He found the machines. No. The science. No. That is also not right. Technology. Yes, it has trouble interpreting some words. Not my real name. I was with a different gang until I snatched. No, ratted on someone. They used a red-hot poker to burn my voice box. Now I am with Meg and her gang. They like me, but when they found out why I could not talk, they programmed this thing so I could only say my name is Weasel. That way, people know I was a rat. Fisher knows how it works better than I do. He found a science person. No, a scientist's house in Mananga. The scientist was working on a device to let animals talk. Fisher made it work for me and improvised. Made it work better, mostly. The vocals, Vox Cable. Word list was not complete. For example, there are no bad words. I have been trying to say bad words this whole time, but they do not come out. If I try, I can say them in other ways. Poop. Fornicate. Hot underground place. Blue is deep inside the mine, but he does not want to be found, and it is dangerous to go alone. We can find him together. You lead. I will follow.
Hey, if someone's there, you'd better get out of here. Yins ain't welcome. This better be good. No help needed. Yins can help by going back where you came from before I cave us in. So, unless you want to be buried tonight, get out. I don't want to kill nobody I don't know for no reasons. But that's life now. I gave you a choice. I hope you get the hell on out before I detonate. Now leave me alone.
No way forward. Lou shut it tight. But come look at this. I have an idea. Yes, that is clear. But do not worry. This cave wall looks weak, and I think I can destroy it with Big Boom, so we can go through to the other side. I found some Big Boom charges at the cave entrance when you arrived. Lou must have left them. I wish I could say the right word. Big Boom makes me sound like a baby. I have seen Lou use them. I think I can do this. No, but we do not have many options. The cave on the other side may lead us to another cave that goes back into the mine. Then we can find Lou. I have a good feeling about this. I have done this kind of work with Lou before. Stand back. I will set up the Big Boom. Stand back, or you will die. Sounds like a bog crawler ahead. And it looks like Lou made another self-killing trap. Maybe you can use it against the creature.
So, you think you're all sneaking at? Well, you're not, Jagger. I see yous. And you better be ready to explain what you're thinking. Okay, I'm listening. You gone through all the trouble not to get here. Well, I'd have to stop an old man from off himself. What do you want? That's what I said. Did I stutter? In case it ain't obvious, I'm one of them rad-soaked ghouls. Been that way going on 25 years. Ain't no way to live. Killing myself's the only way to keep people safe. Of course, that's harder than you'd think. Says you. Yins ain't chock full of radiation. Still got skin in the right places. No worries about losing what makes you human. And not being able to stop yourself from killing those that matter to you. That's why this is the only way. Besides, I'm old. I was old when I came down with this. I ain't showing any signs of slowing down that. I'm real tired of this. It's too much. I'm done. You for real? Aside from maybe being a ticking feral time bomb, my body's a mess. Feels like the radiation's both killing me and keeping me alive somehow. You get used to it after a while, but it ain't ever pretty. Nah, it ain't all bad. I've never been good around people. Now they let me alone because of how I look. I feel like I could live forever. That might sound good, but trust me, it ain't. Yeah, I know. I'm a regular softy. Nice that people need me. But you don't understand. This unnatural walking corpse of a body, it ain't no way to live. Say I go back with the insta. What happens if I change for the worse and end up killing others? Then what happens if people have trouble putting me down? So I end up killing them all. What then? Yeah, well, I don't like taking chances. That's why I work with explosives. So, here's the deal. If I do this job for you, you gotta help me off myself after it's done. It's gotta be you. I don't want nobody else knowing about this. Then you've got a deal. I'll be counting on you. Remember, not a word to the others about what I was out here doing or why. Not even Fisher. Don't want him thinking less of me. And I don't want to cause any of them fright. Now, let's hear about this job. If you say so. I trust Meg, so if there's something she needs done, I'll do it. You go on ahead back to Crater. I gotta get things in order around here, so nothing happens to it while I'm gone. Meet you there. Just because I said I helped Nat, don't mean I'm happy about it. Don't you never forget what you promised.